G'day YouTube, welcome back to my channel Bonsai Works. I'm David. Today I want to show you a job that I'm doing on one of my trees. This is a beautiful Japanese maple, triple trunk from the base. Quite nice. You can see 3 trunks, 1, 2, 3. This was originally the back. Now I think with this tree the front at some stage was in here. Now it's losing, it's not too bad from there, but I think the trunks are a bit too much in your face now, and I'm going to change it to the other side being the front. But I have to deal with an issue. Now the issue is this branch. This branch starts at this trunk and crosses that main trunk and sits over here. Now from the back you would see it as a back branch, but there's absolutely no branching in here at all for this tree here. So I want to get a branch in here. Now, good thing is, I'll show you what's happened, is this main branch in here, this branch in here has a little smaller branch in here. Now I just was playing with it and I was able to bend it all the way around and put a bit of a branch, a smaller branch towards behind it. So I've been able to wrap this branch around the trunk and into it. Now I'll show you how it looks like. Can you see I've been able to bend that just gently around, and it goes around the trunk and now sitting behind. So I'm going to approach graft that at the back and have this branch, this small branch, come out this way and at least be part of this main tree. So then eventually I can eliminate this branch here. So by doing that, what happens is this grows a new branch in here, this branch continues to grow, and once that is all fused into there, and we'll show you the process, then I can chop that bit off and chop this branch off as well. So then it'll be a nice branch in here over time. So it's almost a step back for this tree, but it's a necessary step I need to take to get it looking much better, because I don't want this branch to cross this trunk now. And I do like this front more. The trees I'm going back and then coming forward slightly looks really nice. It's a much better front now. So that's the change I'm going to make for this tree. So let me go through the step process of doing an approach graft for this approach graft. Okay, so I want you to focus on this area here with this branch here. So I'm going to be quite try to be as gentle as I can and get that around and into that position. But what has to happen is I have to make a groove for it to sit in on this trunk. So probably the most important thing is you need a very sharp knife. I use my grafting knife, and I need to make a groove that this branch will sit in. Now ideally also, what I'll end up doing is actually I have to put it wide just to get it around and into that position. But I first want to create where I'm going to put the groove and where it's going to sit. So I'm going to probably put it, just make sure I mark it out. So I want the branch to come in pretty low, maybe about here. Not as low as this. No, actually probably there, and go upwards. So eventually it'll be more upwards in direction, which should be how maples or deciduous trees grow. So I just want to quickly give myself a little bit of a line in there. So I'm going to just slowly chisel out. You can do it with a drill if you really wanted to, but I think just for accuracy and just to be very gentle and not go crazy, I'm just going to do it with my knife and try and groove in as much as I can with my knife. Now I've made the hollow reasonably thick, deep. Not too deep, but it will fit this branch in quite comfortably. And now I need to make almost like a sliver off this branch, the branch that I'm going to approach graft. And I'm going to make kind of the cambiums line up. So I'm just going to take off a sliver of wood as well on this side, because I want to try and marry up the 2 cambiums together. So this side is quite a small branch, but I want to try and get it just right. Now that should sit in there quite nicely now. So it sits in there really well, really snug. and that's what I wanted. Nice, tight fit. I just got to get a bit of pressure on there and get a bit of grafting tape on there. So initially I like to put a bit of wire just to hold that in place. I kind of just hold it in place at the exit point, so just where it's exiting, because I don't want to squash where it's. I'm just going to hold it temporarily in there now, just so it's secure-ish. Don't want it to be going everywhere. So I was happy enough to put lots of grafting tape around that point and make it nice and blocked off from any elements, and also holds the tree. But then I put some wire actually really holding it in, so this doesn't actually move at all at this point. Very important. You don't want this to move away from that point. Now, I'm not fussed with the wire being there. It might cut in a little bit here and there, but it's more important to grow this branch. And all the wire here cutting in will be at the back anyway of this tree. So that's how I went about doing it. Now, if you come back around here, you can see this is where the branch is, perfectly placed. We can go any way we want and eventually eliminate this branch. But I can't eliminate that because obviously this branch is feeding this. So I'm going to leave all the branches. You can see now the buds are just starting to swell. Perfect time coming out of winter now here in Melbourne. A little bit early this year, but it's very welcome. But yes, so it's coming up, perfect timing, coming out of winter. The buds are swelling, so the tree's going to start growing. I might keep this branch a little bit trimmed, not too much, because I want to give some energy more to this. But I won't be doing that now. It's starting to pop, so I don't want to cut anything off, otherwise we'll have bleeding. But all in all, this will be looking pretty good. Nothing really I'll do now in terms of aftercare. I'll just keep that going, keep the tree watered, looked after, fed, etc. And hopefully we can develop this branch to a new nice branch. And probably in a few more years should be back in an exhibition showing this tree off again. All right, that's all I wanted to show you today, and hope you enjoyed that. And yes, creating branches where you don't have any, approach graft is really good. You could do thread grafting, but this wasn't long enough to do a thread graft. Being able to bend it around, and thread graft is when you have to drill a hole through the trunk or through the branch, thread the smaller branch through, and you can grow it out as well. But approach graft is another kind of less invasive technique when you don't have the long branches that you can thread through the tree. So, all right, guys, hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you around for more.